Hey everyone, my name is Jennifer Johnson and I am the School Age Program Coordinator at the Johnson City Public Library. I'm here today to offer you a virtual version of our monthly Bookworms program. Bookworms is a sort of transitional program between story times and older book clubs, and it's designed for kids who are 5 to 8 years old. What we normally do is we'll read a picture book. It can be fiction or nonfiction. And then we'll do a related activity, so a craft or a game, something that connects back to the story to dig in to the text a little bit further, kind of the way worms dig into soil. So that's where we get our bookworms name from. This month's theme was specially requested by one of our little friends who loves dinosaurs, and he's actually going to be aging out of the program this spring. So Jack, this one is for you, buddy. Now, usually when we have bookworms at the library, we like to take a picture walk before we read our story. And families, this is something that's super easy to do with any book that you read at home. I strongly encourage it. All you do is you look at the illustrations in the book and ask your children to point out things that they see. You might look at every single illustration in the book, or you might pick out a few key illustrations to preview. You can ask questions like, what do you notice about this picture? Or what is that character doing? Or what do you think is going to happen next? It's really as simple as having a conversation with your child about what you're looking at. There are many educational perks to taking a picture walk. Children can practice their inferencing skills by looking at the pictures and predicting what will happen next in the story. It gives them some time to think about their own experiences and relate them to the story. It builds excitement and anticipation about the story, which increases engagement when reading and encourages comprehension. Picture walks are really beneficial for children of all ages and all abilities. If you'd like to take a picture walk through our book today before we begin reading, feel free to pause the video and skip through the following slides to do that. I will be waiting here when you get done and we'll get started with our story. All right, friends, did you finish your picture walk? I hope you're excited about getting into our story. I am too. So without further ado, we will begin reading. When Dinosaurs Came With Everything. Written by Elise Broach, illustrated by David Small, read with permission from Simon & Schuster. Friday is errand day. My mom goes on boring errands, and I have to go with her. And this Friday seemed like every other Friday, until we got to the bakery. A sign above the donuts read, "Buy a dozen, get a dinosaur." I couldn't believe my eyes. Neither could my mom. "They must mean a toy," she said. But when I took the box of donuts, the lady behind the counter said, "Hold on, little guy. Don't forget your dinosaur." And there he was. "Mom!" I yelled. It was a triceratops. "What?" cried my mom. She did not look happy. "How are we supposed to get that home?" The bakery lady smiled. "Oh, don't worry, he'll follow you. They always do." And he did, all the way to the doctor's office, where I had to go for my checkup. My mom shook her head. "What are we going to do with him now?" She looked him up and down. That took a while. "We can't bring him inside," she said finally. "He'll have to stay in the parking lot." I told him not to talk to strangers. After my checkup, I asked for a sticker like usual. "No stickers today," said the nurse. "Just dinosaurs. With a shot, you get 2. "I want a shot," I said. The nurse smiled. "Not today, buddy, but you can pick up your dinosaur at the front desk." "Mom!" I yelled. There, at the front desk, was a Stegosaurus. "What on earth is going on?" my mom cried. "It's a special day," the nurse explained. "Today, dinosaurs come with everything." "Yes," I said. "No," my mom groaned. We walked down the street, and my Triceratops and my Stegosaurus walked right behind us. Thud, thud, thud. They made friends right away. Across the street, other kids had dinosaurs too. I saw an ankylosaur, a duckbill, and a velociraptor. We all waved at each other. Our mothers glared and kept on walking. "I think we better go home right now," my mom said. "But what about my haircut? The barber's waiting for me." My mom looked at the dinosaurs. Then she looked at my bangs. "The barber always gives you a balloon, doesn't he? A nice balloon?" "Uh-huh," I said. I didn't want a balloon. I wanted a barosaur. At the barber shop, I gave my Triceratops and my Stegosaurus donuts for a snack. They waited outside and watched through the glass. The barber pumped the chair up high. He cut my hair too short, but I didn't mind, because then he patted my head and said, "Wait right here, sport." He was gone for a long time. My mom tapped her foot. "I don't like this," she said. "Where exactly do they keep the balloons?" Just then, the barber came back with something flying over his head. It wasn't a balloon. "Mom!" I yelled. It was a pterosaur. "This is too much," my mom protested. "Now listen," she said to the barber. "I think a balloon will do just fine today. Don't you have any balloons?" "Sorry, lady. No balloons. You get one of these instead." It was like that everywhere we went. At the shoe store, the sign read, "Buy 2 pair, get dinosaur free." My mom decided my shoes would last a while longer. At the theater, we could hear the popcorn man shouting, "Butter? No butter? You want a dinosaur with that?" My mom said we'd go to the movies another day. At the diner, I wanted to stop for a hamburger. But then a girl walked out with a Tyrannosaurus Rex. "Okay, that's it," my mom cried. "We are definitely not having lunch there." She looked at my Triceratops, my Stegosaurus, and my pterosaur. "What are we supposed to do with all of these dinosaurs? We don't have room for them. We can't take care of them." I hugged her leg. "Don't worry, Mom. They can live in the backyard." My mom shook her head. "Sweetheart, they're not toys. Dinosaurs are a lot of work." "But Mom, look, they eat anything, and they sleep outside. I'll do everything, I promise. Please, Mom, please." My mom sighed. "Well, I suppose we can't just leave them here. Thank heavens we didn't stop at the diner." We hurried home, and my dinosaurs hurried after us. Thud, thud, thud. Flap, flap, flap. When we were almost there, we saw a little duck-billed dinosaur standing alone on the street corner. He looked lost. "Mom, that's a baby hadrosaur. He's all by himself." "Sweetie, we've already got our hands full." The hadrosaur followed us. It wasn't my fault. When we got home, my mom needed to lie down, so I made lunch for the dinosaurs. Then I showed them where to go to the bathroom. I told them to stay out of the neighbor's yard because of his mean dog. And I showed them my slide, my tire swing, and all the toys in the garage. They seemed to be having fun, but they really went wild when I took out my frisbee. The hadrosaur had the first throw. The frisbee landed on the roof. I saw my mom watching from the window. "Is everything all right out there?" she asked. "Everything's fine, Mom. We can get it down." And my pterosaur flew up and plucked the frisbee out of the gutter. My mom kept watching. She looked at him for a long time. The next thing I knew, she had him cleaning the gutters. Then she came out to the backyard with a pile of wet clothes. "These spikes come in handy, don't they?" she said. Pretty soon, my mom had thought of chores for all of my dinosaurs. But I knew they didn't mind. It just meant they were part of the family. When we were finished helping, my mom said I could invite some friends over. It was a bring your own dinosaur party. And guess what happened next? I heard my mom on the phone to the bakery. She asked, "Do you have any donuts left?" And that's when I knew everything would be just fine. The end. Wow, wasn't that a really good story? What would the world be like if we got a free dinosaur everywhere we went? Let's think about that for a minute. Where would we keep them all, I wonder? That would be so wild. Do you think you would like to have a dinosaur for a pet? Yeah, that would be really interesting. I wonder if your family would like to have a dinosaur to do their chores. You know, I might like that actually. Another thing we do at Bookworms that I mentioned before is we usually have some sort of extension activity to go along with our book. And since I can't be there this month to facilitate an activity for you all, what I've done is I've compiled a list of all kinds of dinosaur-related activities, and we've put them into a blog post, and that blog post is linked in the video description. You can choose whichever of those activities you would like to do. You can do one, you can do some of them, you can do all of them if you really want to. And they're all really easy to do with things that you probably already have at home, so no worries there. I am going to highlight a few of my favorites, but like I said, you can choose anything on that list that you want to do. So the first one that I want to talk about is from a local place that you may have heard of, or you might have even visited, the Hands-On Discovery Center here in Gray, which is just down the road from my house. Our friend John has been doing daily videos of fun science experiments on their Facebook page and their YouTube channel. And just the other day, he showed us how to make salt dough trace fossils with simple ingredients that you probably have in your kitchen at home. So that link is on my list. Give them a look. They're doing some really fun stuff over there. Other things that are not related to dinosaurs, but are really, really cool. There is another dinosaur book that I love called Tiny T-Rex and the Impossible Hug. And its sequel just recently came out called Tiny T-Rex and the Very Dark Dark. And both the author and illustrator of those books have partnered up on their Instagram pages to offer different challenges every few days for kids to complete while they're learning at home. And once you complete 5 of those challenges, you can go to their website and print yourself a Tiny T-Rex Impossibly Awesome Award, which is pretty cute. So definitely give them a look as well. The last activity that I want to highlight is the one that I chose to do this month. So over at Timbrook Toys, they are designing lots of fun printable activities to keep people busy while they're at home. They have designed 2 different 3D papercraft dinosaurs so far, a T-Rex and a Triceratops, and they're putting new things out almost daily. They have other things besides dinosaurs too. You print out your instruction sheet here. It shows you what order to do everything in. You do have to have a printer for this one, but it tells you how to put your dinosaur together. And along with that, you'll print out your dinosaur, of course. Oops, and he prints out flat like this, and you can color it and cut it out, and then it has little lines that shows you where to fold and places that shows you where to glue. And so you'll follow those instructions that you printed out, and you will have your very own dinosaur before you know it. If you do one of these activities or any of the activities on the list, it doesn't have to be one of the ones that I talked about, please do share them with the library. Feel free to take pictures and videos. We would love to see what you're doing with Bookworms. either send them to us via direct message on Facebook or Instagram, or tag us on either of those social media outlets, just at Johnson City Public Library. I hope you all had fun with our virtual bookworms and that you continue digging in with some fun crafts and games at home. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and most of all, spread the word by sharing this video and the linked activities on social media so that other people can have that bookworms experience as well. And from me and all of your friends at JCPL, we miss you all and we hope to see you again soon. Bye!